Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order. Take roll. Brenda
Here.
Schwartz, Scott LaSalle, May Beaver, Alex Rodriguez, Anthony Hofer here. So we have a quorum. We are not going to be joined by any city staff or council or mayor tonight, so this will be us. So we'll move. Oh, so we'll move to item 3. Approve minutes from 6:15. How do we do that again? Okay. Awesome. So we'll move over to item 3 or 4. Sign the approval. Good. That's just part of the. Yeah, that's just part of the job description I asked Tiffany to include in the city. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're good to move to item 4, the financial report. Would anybody like to go over anything in the finances? Yeah, I would like to see that comparison. We can ask for that. Yeah, well, I think that the way it seems, I think they just print up their report and then just give the whole thing. While we're looking for a little bit more drilled down information. Like I'd like to see like you just said, year over year, like our rounds up over last year, revenue up over last year, so on and so forth.
Yeah, because I don't really see, all I see is operating expenses on
Yeah.
this. I don't see any what the golf course is bringing in, and I'd like to see.
It is in here. It's
Is it?
just
It's under golf course fund.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
That stuff, but
So yeah, period and year to date. Might be a good proposal. Okay. Any questions or comments regarding the financial report for you today?
Mm.
And I think this will start being a lot more pertinent when we like start discussing proposals. Like the only thing that we've gotten really to like meaningful to propose is whether the next head pro is a city employee or contract. So
even
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah. So I mean, we discussed that, and we were on a track there, and feel like, yeah, once we start kind of getting some recommendations and if those are adopted, then we start tracking this and see if it had any impact. Alec, what would you like to see? Well, on metrics, we decided was rounds.
Yeah, I want to see rounds and
Yeah.
Yeah,
see what the green
just
are.
basically a comparison from this year to last year would be.
I mean, I would even like to see like a 3-year window, like a rolling 3 years. You know what I mean? Last year is going to look bad because we
Last
lost the
year is
greens.
bad,
Yeah,
yeah.
and we lost a lot of trap, like me included. Like I didn't come and play, other than league, I wouldn't. Like I just know I'm not coming to play full price for half a course. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay. So let's go rounds and we'll put that together. Rounds and revenue.
Yeah, it would be a nice, I would say, TJ's last year.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
I would like to see TJ's last year. Compared to,
As a fully
yes.
with a full contract, not
Yes.
the half contract that he
Right.
had. Yeah, agreed. I like that too. Okay. We'll move that. We'll put that in our proposals. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have another financial report. Let's move on to item 5. We're gonna have to skip right over this. City input issues, other items is brought forward by staff or elected officials. Number 2. So there's no city officials here. To speak on. So
Number 2 and item 5, interesting point solved because here and they haven't done anything. In fact, I'm kind of curious as to how long they're going to put that out there before.
yeah, I think we can get rid of that.
Decision.
Oh, well, the board seeking clarity of staff's culture and future membership. I think it was just pertaining to this board because there was a lot of, like, is Chris Eastman on because he started on the board, then he's off the board, and then he was told a kid, then he's back on the board, and then he officially resigned. So I think this is the board now.
But not the board. I know that they put it out there as to finding a golf. So how long do they do this? What's the window? Is it going to be all year?
Is that a month? Is it?
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know what that's a good question for them.
Clarification
Yeah.
on that.
We can put that in the proposals.
Yeah, just clarification on
How long
the
they,
plan of action that they have put in place.
Yeah, I think that's a good question. My assumption would be that like this year's kind of out the window.
Yeah.
I would think you start fresh in the season
Mhm.
for pro. Kind of roll with the staff you got
Or-
now. Yeah,
Right.
and that I think from the special. Yeah, I think that was that was out of the special meeting too. That was kind of Decker made the comment that was kind of the realistic timeline for that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Oh, cool.
On October 1st. Okay.
So they'll open it up. Cool. Starting October 1st. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all good. Like one thing another ask is we probably ask for a feedback loop. I can't always make it like to those meetings. And Mark from the audience has this guy shouldn't be the one telling us the direction. I mean, I appreciate it. I just say like there needs to be a communication feedback loop. And Decker's our liaison, right? So I think that's a good ask. Yeah.
More or less, really.
having elected elected official here at one of the.
Yeah, anything, I think any pertinent information that Decker, because Decker's our liaison, that he deems. Tiffany told me today, or whenever emailed us that that wasn't be somebody.
Well, our last meeting I thought was the most productive one, and it was because lo and behold, they were all here. Mark, when you were on, did they ever show up? Were they all
Half the
here?
time the liaison wouldn't show up.
Okay.
I said something to the mayor. Said, well, if that ever happens again, here's my. Says I'll. 10 minutes now. It come down. The top risk.
Yeah, I suggest. Put in your notes. That's that somebody. Decker or somebody that can represent this. By a phony.
Cool. Okay, that would be, you're still on item 5, current future membership. Any other thing as far as board seeking clarity on current future state thing?
no clarity, but I have been thinking about this for ever since our last meeting. And I understand why the golf course was given its status that it is right now. It's not in anything, it's enterprise. Thank you. That was because the golf course had a loan against it. That loan has been paid off now for many, many years.
Can you guys provide more context around that? What do you mean by enterprise?
So now that
Hey, okay, the channel.
So now that the city has established that, yes, they will be hiring a golf pro, they will be basically running the golf course now. I think it needs to come out of enterprise and it should go under Parks and Rec. Because if something isn't done about this, then we're going to be faced every single time something happens out there. With anything, or anytime it comes to setting budgets, it's gonna be with these people who, it's like herding cats with them. You've seen that. We've all seen that. If it's in Parks and Rec, it's going to be allotted and budgeted. They're not gonna have all these debates that we get every single time something happens out there.
Yeah. Or do you want to move that into like you want to like officially bring that up in the proposals? I think so.
I think, yeah, I think it's,
Okay.
it's a recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I would make.
Okay. So with that, let's go, we'll just scroll back. Let's move on from item 5 and then move down to 6. Board business issues, problems, events, discuss action. We'll just kind of go down the list, but I think I'm right with you, Scott, and we'll bring that up first thing in this. So there's our discussing action items. Contractor City Golf Pro candidate minimum qualifications. So we presented that list at our last meeting, talked about it. They adopted some of it. They added in this packet the job description. I was looking for a little bit more information. But as far as qualifications, so they said acceptable experience and training, graduate from high school, possession of GED is required, graduate from accredited college or university with a bachelor's degree in business management or related field is preferred. Minimum of 5 years experience in golf leadership positions, assistant or head golf professional, must be a member in good standing of the PGA, Class A, Professional Golfers Association, Level 2 golf professional. I think like are the job qualifications that I pulled out of the PGA web and the contacts was pretty extensive, but honestly, in a nutshell, high level, I think that kind of covers the goal that I was kind of going for. Make sure that whoever's running the golf course is, knows how to run a golf course and the extra that goes into that. One thing I would like to add to that, I would like to see the pay structure and incentives that go along with that, not just the job qualifications. Yeah, that's what I heard. Is that like they were gonna like the lessons? Yeah, and I would like, and that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, and
yeah.
my
See, and that's what
question,
I would make a proposal to not have that structure.
yeah, I don't think that's right. I
No,
mean,
I just
does anybody on the board get docked their pay? Because they all have different other jobs, right?
yeah. Well, and it doesn't incentivize that to go out and create lesson opportunity
Right.
either.
If you give.
If you're
this
getting the same
person-
salary, whether you give those lessons or not, like
You give this person
I would-
no incentive, then what kind of caliber of person are you really gonna?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get somebody that hustles? I don't think so. If you take away everything that's going
Yeah.
to incentivize them, you're not.
Yeah.
So.
but it depends. Like, but it. I mean, that's why I say like there's also like it depends like that from what I see. But maybe it's a motive. It's a big salary. Like it's like hey, instead of we're just gonna I wouldn't get. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on that either.
Well, it
but
says pay grade.
that's why I
15.
want to see it all. Like I have all the context around this. Like what are you putting out there? Is it actually going to attract candidates?
What is the pay grade 13?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we could look that up on the site, but
Yeah.
yeah. See, that's like, and that's what that was kind of the rumblings I heard. So I'd want to see that document so we can, yeah, so we can make proposals based on that. Like in my opinion, I don't, if that's the structure, I just don't think it's that attractive of a job.
It's not going to attract the top caliber of people, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and when we got to be real, like we're probably not going to attract the top of the top anyway,
No,
but we could attract definitely a quality somebody or the coming on up. I would think.
but what I'm saying, I guess, is you're not gonna get another TJ with that.
No.
Not at all.
I don't think even with the city structure, I don't think you're going to get another TJ at all. Like my opinion is that you're going to get a young assistant pro in his mid-20s who's looking for his first crack at something, which is fine. Or you're going to get somebody at the tail end of their career with
But
like Chris, which
you get somebody in a young group, then
right.
he's out in the next.
Yeah, because he's got it. I mean, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
use this as a stepping stone.
Well, and he probably will anyway. Like it is what it is. But he's got to have an opportunity. Say you attract that young guy who's going to use this as a springboard through his career. I mean, that's fine. 3 to 5 year plans are fine. But he's got to be able to build some kind of foundation for himself, like financially, in order to go get a contract job next. And if he's not able to do that in this position, then he's just not going to apply for it. Like so.
Yeah, I don't see this being attractive for any young guy anyway.
Yeah.
I see attractive guy that's on his way out.
Yeah,
rather than-
probably. Yeah, probably.
But I think that at least some kind of even that a stretch goal. Maximum played to.
Yeah.
How do you get that? The guy can go on tournaments, he can.
Right.
Well, I mean, for example, I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything, but like when Chris talked to me about the potentially member guest or Anna Club Championship, I said, Chris, I don't work at the golf course. So, you know what I mean? I run the men's league, where you run the men's league, and like I'm not going to come out here on the weekends and run tournaments. I was like, and then it was like, well, the comment was, well, we just won't do the member guest then. We could just focus on the club championship. Well, yeah, and if you incentivize somebody to like a bonus structure to run that tournament, they're gonna go out and run good tournaments for us. So it's like that's a prime example of how, you know what I mean? Like somebody, like if it's not incentivized, then we're just not gonna do it because I'm gonna get paid the same no matter what. Same with lessons, kids programs. Like if you're not incentivized, like if you do a kids program and you set that up and you structure all of that and you don't get maybe a cut of all that, like just why even do it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna under action item 1, my proposal would be to give me you guys feedback on wording this. I propose that the job description or the job incentive, the job comes with incentives for lessons, tournaments, developmental programs. Being
Rounds played.
Yeah.
Something like.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me write this down. The job salary compensation, that's the word.
Guess the question is having some kind of incentive. City.
They don't have an incentive.
There's no other position that gets heat for not being self-sustaining. Like what other department is getting bitched at for complained about for providing tax dollars and wasted tax dollars and everything? Like you can't, I mean, you got to be one or the other, right? Okay, if we're gonna look through it, if we're gonna look at it like it's gonna be the amenities, then I don't want to hear about it get taking tax money. Like, you know what I mean? Or if we're gonna have the expectation that it's self-sustaining, you got to build a model and a foundation that it can be self-sustaining. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Yeah. What was that? So I got lessons, increasing rounds, developmental programs, and competitive tournaments. And the reason I put competitive tournaments is like I don't think the charity tournaments or anything should be included in any of that. Like the Truba, the golfer cause, none of that stuff should be. That should come.
I don't think it ever was, even
No,
with
no,
TJ.
yeah, I'm just saying. That's why I want to define that.
Yeah.
Like competitive. The Lions Daily is a competitive tournament. The member guest is a competitive tournament. So we incentivize a pro to run those types of deals. Like we talk about the duel in desert that used to be happening with the base. So we need to incentivize the next pro to work with Steve to put something like that together. And if one of our aims is to bring those golfers that went out there back, like that's going to go a long way to partner with Steve out there. Okay, so here's my proposal. Tell me if you guys want to word it, feedback, we're all feedback. Include in the job compensation incentives and bonuses for lessons, increasing rounds, developmental programs, and competitive tournaments. Anything
That's good.
else in there? What about our leagues?
Well, I think you gotta put excluding, like, elaborate on the competitive tournament.
Yeah.
So,
Excludes charity,
oh,
charitable, or fundraisers. Choose charitable fundraisers or
And just charitable fundraising tournaments.
what about the like high school? Getting too far in the weeds.
that's a competitive.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, agreed. He should be incentivized to go out and get those tournaments. That's a great opportunity. That is a great opportunity, honestly, because the courses in Treasure Valley are so busy, especially Mountain Home being a 5A school. They're so busy. They don't want to host high schools. They don't. That's why TJ got Scotch Pines to host the state championship. Yeah. just great opportunities. Okay.
And by
Uh,
hosting that, they're bringing in more business because then you're bringing the parents to this golf course and I mean,
Yeah, and it wouldn't be any additional like pay compensation out of like budgeted taxpayer money.
Huh.
Because if you bring in the tournament, like you could set it up to be you get a percentage of the tay or the pot or whatever, however you wanted to do it. Like you could incentivize it to where they're just making whatever it brings in, not additional money on top of the tax budget. What do you guys think? What do you think? I'm reading your body language. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
If they get
Perfect.
that many rounds.
Yeah.
You can still use that stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the details are up to them. They got to fit it within the structure and the law and the and the rules. Like,
Yeah, if they do it, there should be like a checklist, whether rounds played, or if they achieve this or this, they get that as a bonus. They achieve all of them, they get more bonus. There's got to be some sort of.
yeah.
I just sat through 3. And with also, not so much sitting through the budget, but as a waited until they actually say how much. Decided in the very beginning that they would get a 5% right across the board. That included just the regular. Then in the actual it comes out, they approve in the payroll call in the meeting too. There is no so their pay grades. That's what they'll. Secondly, when you do the math on it, actually it's down to 6.17% increase over last. I haven't quite figured out. Oh, still doesn't click. The actual 5% increase. So if you're going to ask Golf Pro to have incentive, which I 100%, because why else would you?
Mhm.
But I don't know if they're planning on doing it this way, follow suit with the city. I agree, they enter this.
That's why we're here. So we're making that recommendation. So.
Yeah.
Just because you're asking for it, but this is why, because and if you had, then you could compare it and say, this is the difference.
Yeah, you could look.
Yeah, I can structure that like a thesis statement. Like we'd have to do like, here's the proposal, here's the evidence for the proposal that supports the proposal. So I would, yeah, I can, when my formal proposal, I can make that up.
Plug that into AI tonight.
Hey, that's the one skill I learned from being a history major. Okay, but I think overall, like for the proposal as such, like we want to propose an incentive bonus structure for the head pro. Okay, let's do a vote. Brendan,
yay.
Scott,
Aye.
May, Alex, and I for me. Okay. and I'll craft that up. We'll get it proposed. And I appreciate that feedback, Rob. Like we need to. I think that it probably would behoove. We should block it out to show up and maybe take if we need to, each 3 minutes to provide the context for our proposal in the city council meeting when they come up on the dock. Okay. And then action item 2. So here, open up. So if you have any brand new recommendations in service of our goal, so our goal, if you remember our goals, is sustaining golf course, serve the community.
Well, I've got one too that I was thinking about.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that are concerned about greens fees and stuff going back up again next year. Lots of people are very concerned about that right now. I wonder, I know that I think there's ways to achieve more income or more profit from rounds played out there without jacking everybody's rates up. I know what they do in the big cities. As somebody that lives in Mountain Home, if I go play there, I'm paying a little higher rate because I'm not from that city. Thinking maybe we should do that here. They'll pay it.
Yeah.
You know they'll pay
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, even
All right.
we just golfed in Northern Idaho this past weekend, and they do have non-resident
Right.
of just the state of Idaho.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
They have a lot more traffic up there because they get the Spokane.
Sure.
Touristy. It's a tourist destination. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you can still offer some kind of city rate. You can deal like
Yeah, or just resident rate versus non-resident rate, something like that. There are ways to get a pound of flesh out of there without making everybody.
One of the first things that when I helped TJ open up when he first went out at Scotch Pines and work at the pro shop, one of the very first things we did was establish a pay at county rate. And then the non pay at county resident wasn't crazy. It was $10 more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They will pay it.
Yeah.
There's-
And you don't have to get, I mean, it simply can be like when I was checking in golfers, it simply can be a simple statement. Do you live here? You live here and pay at? Yes, no. And like, as I'm checking, they say no. Nope, you came up from Nampa. Boom. like $65, not 55, right? And like,
I would just say establish a county rate versus,
Mhm. Yeah.
you know, non-county.
Yeah. And I think that we just had an informal, like, okay, we're gonna throw the Weezer Emmett guys a bone here. Like, you're from Weezer and Emmett, you can have the county. You're not technically in the county, but here you go. Like, I would say it's not gonna be huge, but if like Pat Dixon Minsley lives in Glens Ferry, right? Like, probably gonna give him that rate. It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would say Elmar or Hawaii County, like the Bruno Grandview people, but that's really all there is to worry about. And I can't imagine a whole lot of people are coming up from Bruno Grandview to golf anyway. So, yeah. If you could you like clarify that proposal, Scott?
I would just say I'd like to see the golf course establish a county rate as well as a non-county rate for golfers out there.
standard rate, $65, and then your county rate is your discounted rate. So it's
Sure.
$55.
Perfect.
A standard rate, a county rate,
Resident rate.
Yeah.
No more county resident rate.
Resident rate. Yeah.
A resident discount or something.
Yeah.
There's probably some red tape around that or something, I'm sure. But no, but there's a great sweet spot there. Like I will 100%. I live.
Maybe now they can do whatever they want to.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any red tape other than them actually trying to vote for it.
Yeah.
With
I mean, there's a sweet spot there. Like I would 100% drive down here. Like I live in Boise. Like if you told me that I know on a Friday, if I wanted, somebody invited me to go play Shadow Valley for $95 or Mountain Home for $75, I know I'm going to drive the 45 minutes to save $20. So I'm just going to do it. And there is a sweet spot there. Like it's 100% is. Like I think Falcon Crest hasn't gone private yet, but I just walked 9 hole, no cart, no nothing. Walked,
Press isn't private yet?
not yet. But they're taking membership, yeah. But they charged me $40 to walk 9 holes on their 9 hole, the Freedom course. Not even the
Charge
main,
you
$40 to walk 9
to
holes.
walk.
The other thing too is that when we were in Northern Idaho, they gave us it was 55 bucks, 50 bucks,
Yeah,
40 bucks,
at the
45 bucks.
the links with the car, it was $50 flat fee. You get a car and just you golf, and just go as
Yeah,
much as
you
you
can
can.
golf as
Twilight,
much
it was a
as-
twilight rate. Yeah.
Until 8:30. They said the 8:30 sprinklers kick on. You golf as much as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was a twilight fee, but it was.
I know we had that at one point out
Mhm.
here.
Do we even have that anymore?
I don't think so, but we used to.
So if we did it, so we're gonna say proposal, we establish a standard rate with an Elmore County resident discount rate.
Could even put, rather than raising rates across
Yeah, I
the
would-
board,
Yeah.
here's another alternative. Establish a resident rates versus a non-resident rate.
The rate that you. Dig with here. Think about it. New one. All the. Tomorrow. Hearing. Council will vote on.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if. But you're talking about it's going to happen.
Yeah. I think I mean, yeah, club rental fees and the simulator, like that stuff, like I just don't think that's something that we. Yeah, like I don't care. Like honestly, I don't care. What I do care about is don't price out the locals. That's what I care about. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna use
right. And like you gotta I mean, and you just gotta look at the data on it all. Like you can say, oh well, all the golf courses around you are charging 85, $90. Well, look at the medium income of Boise. Like it is vastly larger than Mountain Home. It's just like yeah. Yeah. So like you just like so yeah, that's yeah, all the golf courses are charging that. The people that are golfing them are different socioeconomic background. Like it's different. It's apples and oranges. So I think that we can proactively propose protecting the local community and the rates that they're paying. Okay. But yeah, like the rentals and all that stuff, like you mean you hire people to that's just something I'm not worried about. You know what I mean?
The pro has to deal with that part of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, exactly.
we shouldn't have.
I agree.
Yeah.
We'll have to have.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what.
Cool. Okay. Okay. I said I just proposed. So I wrote down Scott your proposal. Establish a resident rate versus non-resident rate for 2027. And then I'm gonna put in quotes like protect local populace from price hikes. Oh yeah.
So, it, my understanding, Mark, you guys can speak in on this, but my understanding that those sheds weren't.
Yes.
they were
Yes, they're-
prepaid to get them.
Okay.
I mean, 5 years worth of. Revenue taker.
And
Happened all
So they've been,
whenever they needed some.
but those sheds have been up now since. So I mean, the city's been collecting money off their sheds for a long time, but
Those sheds were here, not all of them, but they started on them when I got here back in 2000.
I'd say all the metal ones probably started third.
mhm.
Yeah.
Like, there's been no upgrade, like the middle section, and I'm only bringing up the middle section because that's for that middle section has not been upgraded. Shores that are falling within.
I can't even get into mine without holding it and then blocking
Right,
it.
so there's been no upgrades.
Nothing.
So it's all going, that portion is going straight into,
It's revenue.
yeah.
Right.
revenue.
It's free money.
Free money, yeah.
And I don't know how many lockers it is, but you're looking at
Unless.
rounded
unless
up to
there's some
600
kind of
and-
insurance
Yeah.
Are investing into it.
So I said, okay, so here's what I said. Establish a resident rate versus non-resident rate for 2027. Protect local in the, with the purpose of protecting local populace from price hikes. To include season passes, cart storage, sheds, and punch cards.
and I need to do
Because
something.
at the end of the day, Boise's not really our competition. Neither is Twin Falls. You
Mm-mm.
know where our competition is.
The base.
That's absolutely.
It is an untapped market that you got to draw. Like we got to,
And that's where we're losing our guys to. We're not losing them to Boise. We're not losing to
Right.
Twin Falls. We're losing them out.
yeah. Hey, we could get that if you could. I mean, you don't even have to bring them back. It's not an either or. Just like mend it to where they still want to play. It's not a wild concept. Yeah.
But yet,
See
golf courses do it all over the valley.
everywhere.
No, that's one.
Torrey Pines is a public municipal golf course. Same thing. Non-California resident, you pay whatever it is, $300 to play it. As a California resident, you can pay it for like, well, when I lived there, when my wife's in grad school, this is way a long time ago, but it was, I think you could play it for like $60.
I think they just need to be made aware that, hey, this is going on all over the state and in other states as well. So it's kind of like a few of them didn't want to
Yeah, you don't wanna
retail.
cut your own citizens. Oh. To. them, papers.
Right.
And then draw people from Boise, give them the best deal go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like the product, you're not selling your product, so how there's no demand for your product. So how are you going to increase the price of your product? So, you're right, right.
That's why I feel like they're putting the cart before the horse here. We haven't even got this off the ground yet. And yet there's people on the council that are talking about limiting the amount of passes that we doing all this stuff. We are so far from that.
Yeah.
That
Well, that's a lot of thing too. Is like yes, and that is what you hire a head professional for, right? It's like to give you counsel and direction on all of those like those things should not be. Yep, there's like none of those things should be discussed at that level until like your head professional is in place.
that's what you do when
Yeah.
when your problem is you've got too many people wanting to play.
Yeah,
That's when you do that.
Yeah.
Not before. And definitely not now.
right. Okay, let's vote that. So Scott's proposal, establish a resident rate versus non-resident rate for 2027 for the purpose of protecting local populace from price hikes to include season passes, cart storage sheds, and punch cards.
Aye.
Brent, is it non-action?
Oh yeah, we're just recommending. That's right. We're
Oh,
adding to them.
I don't get the structure.
If I can add just another thing, passes. Between city official conversation. How the passes has to be managed.
I've seen some of it.
What was the context of that?
My fingers as well.
Coy.
I've seen some of it, and it's quite honestly ridiculous.
Either.
I guess.
It's the benefit of sitting.
I've seen some of it.
It's not just council. That was a big topic. Never got resolved.
Their excuse was that the police.
So they just left. They're up for a hearing.
That shouldn't be a problem out there.
Oh.
And I've always thought you could tie it to the library. One of the resident passed the golf.
I'm not
But
something.
actually, they
Yeah.
got an infrastructure there to do it.
Yeah.
They check them
That's
out.
true. They do have the infrastructure there.
Library.
Residents don't.
Doesn't cost anything. Go get a car.
Yeah, I just don't even think it's that big of an issue to even police it. Like I said, like it wasn't even. I just asked. I just asked the golfers I got here. You come around here? Oh, drove up from Nampa.
Yeah, and they're coming. We've all seen them out there this year, almost every day. They're coming here. And
I got a guy on my team in league that he lives in East Boise, like more towards that Columbia Village and Timberline. Kids went to Timberline and stuff, and he subs on our golf team. And I'm like, hey man, thanks for coming. I know it's a drive. He's like, 30 minutes door to door for me. I was like, no big deal. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He's like, if I was to go play Boise Ranch or Falcon Crest, it actually takes me longer. Like, yeah. Okay, so we don't have to vote on it, but that's gonna be, we'll add it to the agenda for, we'll just say we'll add that to that proposal to the agenda for next meeting.
okay,
Any other proposals for anybody?
I guess the other thing too, that I feel like we're always meeting before something else happens. So city council meets every Tuesday, or no,
Third, second, and fourth Tuesday.
the second and fourth Tuesdays, every other one. So we almost need to get in front of it
I agree.
somehow, some way. So instead of meeting the second Monday
The first Monday?
or first Monday.
First Monday.
Yeah, we can do that when we set the
might need
agenda.
to adjust that schedule. to where
I
we are.
agree. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
We can do send agenda. We can
We need to offset it to theirs, because right now we're
Same one.
I don't know how the timeline works. If we did that, would it even get put in for the next Tuesday or would it go to the end of the month Tuesday
Yeah. it has to be done.
by Friday?
Cool.
Cool.
Friday, so.
Okay.
Let's do that. I agree.
I think we could just set our meeting, right?
Yep.
At the end of it.
Mhm.
Okay. Any more non-action item recommendations and service of goals? Go ahead, Mark.
I would like to see an agenda.
On our board meeting? Yeah, cool. Okay.
Except yours.
We had our golf course, people would show up and
Yeah.
they could tell us what their concern.
Yeah. Because I see the golf, I just see it through my eyes and I need to be told how others do, 100%. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Put an item put it in an item for public comment.
Oh.
You should put something in.
Some discussion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there any like parliamentary rules around that? Like, I would love, like, I appreciate,
You can suspend.
perfect. Yeah. Cause like, I appreciate, yeah. I mean, like, I appreciate the structure of it all and the everything is, I get it, but exactly. Sometimes it just does more detriment than good because there's no great discussion that can come from it because it's gotta be,
But when we've got people in here like these two guys, we can suspend that for that.
Yeah,
portion of it.
agreed.
It's not a problem.
cool.
Planning and zoning, you guys, in the advisory committee, it's all about who leader, which you would be. You guys can vote on how you want.
Right.
You, if you notice, planning and zoning, it is very casual.
Yeah.
Still parliamentary, they still have rules, but they'll allow conversation.
Yeah.
Where council does, that's the mayor's agenda.
Definitely should allow conversation.
Yeah, I'd put in an item for public comment discussion, open. Okay. Anything you want to like proposals or anything that you want to put on the agenda for discussion next for our next meeting? Oh, wait, let me write yours down out. I do have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was back in the day.
Like there were two gentlemen that have been behind us the whole time. Do this whole deal. See the best.
Yeah.
Everyone on this board gets seasoned. That's our incentive of being here.
Um,
I don't want any more of those.
Yeah, too expensive.
We don't have any out there. What are you talking about?
Lumber is too high.
I would like to talk about. So I believe, I don't believe we have to. I think we, in service or goal to be having a self-sustaining force, like we have to increase traffic. We need more rounds played. I know I used to buy all the time, so I know that there's a company out there called teatiming.com. They would supply punch cards for Boise Ranch and Timberstone. And Timberstone, especially being as isolated as they were out there, they would use that punch card to drive traffic a bunch until they know it got so busy they no longer needed that. So from my understanding, this punch card it's restricted to like later afternoons. Like you can only use it like at 1 p.m. and on. And the way it was, you get, if you buy it at a flat rate, you get 10 free rounds and 10 buy one get one free rounds. And the premise of it was that you're not going to make money on greens fees with this thing, but you're trying to capture carts, range balls, things that are not there. So if you're going to get people to buy this, I think that's a great way to drive traffic from Boise. Like I think if I have that punch card, a group of guys bought that, I would drive down here every weekend and use it. And like I see, we come down like random Friday afternoons, start around at 3:30, 4 o'clock. We're the only ones on the golf course on a Friday night in 85-degree heat. And yeah, well, yeah, what I'm saying, like you got like how are you gonna drive people in those conditions to come down? But it's like that every night there's not a league function or something. That's exactly the way it is. Like this is the only golf course from Twin Falls to Scotch Pines where you can just walk on in the evenings and not have to worry about it. Don't have to call to make a tee time. You're gonna get on.
Well, this, from what we've noticed, there seems to be a cluster of people that'll play between like 9, 11
Yeah.
a.m.
Yep.
every weekday. But after that nucleus is gone,
Yep.
there's not a lot of traffic out
Nope.
there.
And that core nucleus is season pass holders. They're not. You know what I mean?
Old retired guys.
Yep. Well, and so we made a tee time we tried to get in July 3rd when lots of people have the day off and prep for the holiday and everything. Called to make a tee time. It was Chris squeezed us in eventually. Ultimately he did, but we couldn't get a tee time a few days before till 12:20 was the earliest one. After 1 o'clock, the course was a ghost town.
Right.
It was only from the morning to 1 o'clock on a day when everybody has the day off before the holiday.
Right.
And so I know that punch card can drive traffic. And here's the kicker is not the kicker, but the incentive is I think I would have to call them and ask for details. but I think it's it'd be really pertinent for the staff to look into that and contacting this company. They will do all your marketing on social media for you. I believe that they just take the revenue from selling the punch card, whatever that, and they sell them at $250 a piece. They get that, and then you get carts. You get the carts and balls. I don't know how that works, but there's some money to come from that. So
We have an anemic punch card system right now, don't we?
I got one. It's $300 for 10, 18 hole
300
rounds.
bucks.
Yeah, 10, 18 hole rounds for 300, but so something like that, somewhere around there. But it doesn't. I buy it because I play men's league.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. I wouldn't if I didn't part of men's league, right? I just figured since I'm part of men's league, I'm going to be here every Wednesday anyway. I might as well get one. Right. Right. That's why if you don't incentivize bonus increasing rounds. Not if he's not incentivized to do it. Yeah, if he's not incentivized to do it, he's gonna get that same salary no matter what. And here's why. Here's
Why
the
couldn't they tie some incentive to a punch card then
yeah.
Well, yeah.
for the pro?
That would fall under increasing rounds, right? Yeah, yeah. Bonus on increasing rounds, like
Just any of the ideas that might get people playing on the off hours, so to speak.
Mhm.
They're not really off hours, but just kind of goes to show you where we're at this golf course here and what the challenge is.
how many women are part of women's league?
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot.
There really is.
Trying to think that I think the last time I looked at my spreadsheet, we had like 72 on Tuesday night.
And you play Tuesday nights? Yeah.
Is that Tuesday morning
Thursday.
and night or just the
Tuesday morning is just a whoever shows up, shows up.
Gotcha.
That Tuesday night is, I think, 72 women. Thursday, I think there's only maybe 20 women on Thursdays.
Yeah. And then we have, well, our roster says 74, but we only have, what's 14 times 4? But however many.
40.
Yeah.
56.
However many. We have 56 guys show up Wednesday nights. But like, what? Like we've talked about a couples Chapman League on Friday nights or a couple something.
We still have
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
There's things like that. But
Yeah, they tied it in with the restaurant where you would actually, for X amount of dollars, you'd get golf and dinner afterwards, that kind of thing. And it went over really well.
okay, so I want to add that to our action items, teatiming.com punch card. I think that punch card is a really great opportunity. You're not getting the people here in the afternoons anyway, on the weekends.
They got that.
Four up's
Four
a new
up's
one,
the
right?
new one.
Yeah.
I've got their app and I cannot figure. Every time I go on
So
there,
they have
there
it.
are no tee times available.
Yeah, because it doesn't go live till August 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still working out some of the kinks.
4up's just like it's your POS, it's your POS CRM system. So yeah. Yeah, so Golf Now is just like a tee time booking service, right? 4up is it's an inventory system for a pro shop, it's a CRM system. You can store all your customer info in there. It's a tee timing, it's a tee sheet. There's even some tournament capabilities in there. It's just kind of an all-encompassing golf specific computer system where you can do transactions and pay and things like book your tee times. Like so it's kind of consolidating all that because I believe right now that that POS system is ancient one. And then Golf Now and all that. I don't know if it's bolted onto it or not. but it's just all kind of just conjoined, like, you know what I mean? So there's, it was an effort into consolidating that. And I think Chris is a main driver of that. Like, you asked me personally, it wasn't in the list of priorities. It wouldn't have been up here for me, but it's like, whatever. It is an improvement. Okay. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to create an action item for next meeting? I mean, I have a lot, but I don't know if we're gonna overwhelm with it. Like, I would love to see budgeted capital project improvements to the golf course.
We'll need to see that, then I think as we do, we can make.
Yeah. Like, we've been,
focused
it's
recommendations.
been a big topic of it's been a topic. I mean, maybe because I talk about it all the time because it bugs me, but like, the white tees are too short for a lot for the course.
Then I see a lot of older guys out there are using the red tees.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, well, yeah,
That's fine too, but the way the handicap deal, or at least the way the course is graded, is that playing from a middle section of tee shouldn't you should get your full amount of handicap.
right.
Ours, I personally have to get, well, everyone has to get back 5 strokes.
Yeah.
Right. So if we play from the whites, but if I play from the tips, then I actually get my.
Right.
So Anthony and we've actually like, man, where could we put like an extra set of tees?
mapped out the entire
Yeah.
course.
We've gone through, we sat down together. Here, we had just an extra set of tees that they were in between the reds and the whites, or between the whites and really the whites and the blues. Then then you can make, because it's all based off yard, not
Right.
based off how many trees.
Right.
So it's yardage wise. We played a course.
6 or 7 holes.
Yeah, a lot.
And you add,
Mhm.
if we added,
Yeah,
if you added 200, 300 yards into those, then that actually increases it and actually makes it more kind of a level.
It's hard.
Here's your handicap up there. Yeah.
It
But-
actually,
but there's also a lot of other, like, there's a lot of facets that tie into this. So, like, if you want to make your course an attractive place to come play, like, pace of play is a huge issue. So, like, when we play as men's league, when we play the back nine, it is just a glut all day long because half the teams can drive 5 of the greens. So, like, you have to wait. So there's guys on our league that can drive 15, 16, 17, get damn close on 18, get damn close on 10, and drive 12. And then they're waiting because they definitely can get there in 2 on 13. So you're waiting there. So, like, just that's just from a men's league perspective, but just from a general public play perspective, if we're going to bring the base guys back, we're going to bring new Boise people in. If say we do increase traffic and we do put incentives in place to drive afternoon rounds, right? So now I'm just thinking ahead here. So I'm going to drive 45 minutes and then I'm going to play a 5.5, 6 hour round. And then I'm going to drive 45 minutes back home. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, if we're not, I mean, we're going to bring in we're going to work to bring in a bunch of new golfers, increase rounds, drive revenue. And then they're all going to come here, play one time, play for 6 hours and go back and never come back. So I think it's kind of tied into that and it goes hand in hand. I don't know. Yeah.
Here's an idea.
Okay.
Teach the public that it's not restricted. It's not open to the. We get a lot of comments about it's membership.
Term is taboo.
Yeah.
It's not membership.
Yeah.
I think that makes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have so many misperceptions about that question.
anybody, I mean, once we get, I mean, mental clubs and stuff, I recommend anybody that is interested, go out there and enjoy the driving range.
Oh, membership.
Yeah, for free.
Well, I mean, as a sales guy, you could tie so many things into, like, get a free bucket of balls at the driving range when you book your appointment online or something like that. Just something to try and get some people
That was the other thing.
The links, so for to drive afternoon rounds, they had a discounted rate, like it was almost a twilight rate, right? And then you got a warm up bucket, they called it. Yeah, it was like there's like 10, 12, 15 balls. It wasn't like it was even smaller than a small bucket or something.
City council needs to be educated a little bit. Money they never had them. So, but no, I mean,
But you captured it, didn't you? If you set it to where, here's a twilight rate was $40, but you charged 55 just for a small bucket of wall, so you charged $1 a golf ball.
right, exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah, I know
So-
what you're saying. Yeah.
That's just a tactic.
But you gotta tie things in, and I mean, you could tie it in with the restaurant too. Come out,
We go down to Glenn's,
yes,
like 9-hole.
Yeah. 9-hole, I think it was a 9-hole scramble out there, yeah, and get a steak dinner, Jesus, it was great. Yeah, think what a nice restaurant.
And we did that last year, the men's and Lindsay, we put together a Chapman on Monday, because Jared came to us and was like, hey, we're on Monday. You know, put together something, we tried something, and we wanted to get our feet wet, so we did something, it was great. Fun, now we didn't do it again, but that was all.
See, that's where I think we really lose the ball out there is consistency. We just are not consistent with what we're trying to do. We'll like throw it out there and they go, okay, now what? We gotta, if we're going to do.
The problem
something
is
like
because
that,
it's we are the ones doing it currently. You know what I mean? We
I
got
get
full-time
it.
jobs and families and stuff.
I get if we really want to get that going out there, we have to be consistent or
Yeah.
they have to be.
Yeah.
Operating.
But it comes back with the point you had, special counsel. The foundation to everything is hiring a city pro or hiring a professional to do like that's what they are hired to do. That'll be the foundation for it. Okay. If we don't have anything more left to add to be action items for next, I'm just kind of looking. I don't want to keep everybody forever. Item 6. We'll move on to item 7. Set agenda items for next meeting based on proposals, recommendations. Okay. Yep. So I have for our agenda, approve our minutes. Just go through. We will discuss, have action items on the following. Resident rates versus non-resident rates. Just high level since we're not voting on proposals or anything. And then put in public, well, we don't have to discuss that. We could probably add that to the agenda. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Then so we'll just do that. I'll start that so I know. And then move meeting. We can just add that. We don't have to discuss that. We can just. Okay, and then okay, so we will discuss, have action item vote on ttiming.com punch cards. And then number 6, I just added in there budget capital improvement of adding 4 set of tees, extending blues for 2027. Does anybody know like what's the time frame looking? So you mentioned that they are setting budget for 27 already. And it's done. So like can it be added to?
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
I'm not a can't guy. But here we are in July.
These guys are.
You get the feeling that maybe we've all been a little set up here, like
Mm-hmm.
we'll create this, but we won't really acknowledge it.
This may be how God. That's. Bare bones, one thing.
That you
So,
may,
no, that money's gotta go back into the.
oh,
It can't be spent until next year.
baloney. That's crazy.
So I looked it up, I Googled enterprise,
Yeah?
that's one thing that makes it different. It
Oh,
allows
really?
them to tap into that money. The offer,
Well, then,
none of them know that.
then now I really want it under Parks and Rec.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Now I really want it under Parks and Rec.
Well, I think that's a good. I think, and I think it's really good to have a layer of separation.
Absolutely.
Oh, do you want? We want to propose that, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. Oh, so let's add that too.
Yeah, right.
Did I write that down?
Don't know, but I'm sure they would just, yeah, I do, but I think they would just kind of cede it to, Jake. Or the pro.
yeah, they be equal people.
Right, right.
I don't like that setup, to be honest.
What's that?
I think the super should report to the pro.
They don't,
No, that I definitely shooting that down. I am not gonna. That is
they've already said that.
That's just, it's silly.
that is the. We'll let the record show. I think that was a dumb thing to do.
They really didn't,
like,
they really didn't consult us on that.
Yeah,
did
no, they slide stuff back all day long.
Better than I- and if you-
I like Jake, but Jake's gonna do what's best for Jake. Not like
I agree.
okay. Here's a prime example. I was so mad about that. I came down to golf on July 3rd. Half the greens were roped off. How is that in the interest of golf of the golfer and the paying customer? That was in the interest of Jake and his team.
Mhm.
Not driving revenue, not increasing rounds, not the paying customer. Somebody, the voice of the customer has to be
Yeah.
on the third. On
Right.
on the third. The fireworks show was until 9 o'clock the next day. Roped off four or five of the greens.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see it a day early myself, because that's usually doesn't happen, so I'm like,
Well, he didn't want to work on the 4th.
I guess he didn't want to work, and yeah, you're right.
Paying customer, right? It's like, that was not in the best interest of the paying customer. But I like that. Like I like Jake. I'm just it's not there's nothing, there's no qualm about it. It's just that like yeah, 100%. Yep. 100%. He's not a customer. He is not a customer facing employee of the city. He's not. The head pro is a customer facing employee. That's the person that's getting the feedback from the paying customer. And so now they got to take that, then put it to Jake. Like, so it's backwards. It's backwards. It's backwards. And just talk to the head professionals in the industry how they feel about that structure that Purple Sage just did it. Nobody's applied for that job because they will not report to the super.
So I want to clarify that because you can't blame that council. All of this stuff is brought to them. They make a decision based on the evidence.
But they don't go make an effort to collect
They don't know
all of the evidence.
That's the
Why wasn't the
problem.
golf board asked about what the thoughts on this structure? Like,
They don't know. Don't know. They,
They
they
don't.
know a very narrow scope, and but yet they think that's all this is when it's not.
So they'll teach specialties that they're most interested in because they only have so much time. So everything from Friday to Tuesday. Oh, so there's no time for homework. It's all about for input, emails, or phone calls, public. So again, I'll defend them because they don't know. There's two people in the room always. And and sometimes one breaks the ties. All I can say.
It's okay not to know. I'm with you there. It's okay that you don't know what you don't know, and that's okay. What's not okay is being in a leadership position and not utilizing all your resources to gather all the information. A golf board was established for that same purpose, and decisions about structure and are being made in a silo without the golf board being conducted in. It took
It took 3 meetings to even get them to come over to even. Scott and I came in front of the city council during their meeting and spoke about it, and Jenny and Scott were both like, "Oh, didn't know that."
Sure.
It's a two-way. It's a two-way street.
exactly
You can
it's
come
it's
and
yeah.
talk with us, and that's what we're.
It's okay to not know.
We
It's
didn't
not
talk-
okay to go
we
out
really
and try to
didn't
find
talk
out.
them. Talk to us, so.
Yeah.
And
Well, what was.
I've
nice
been
is that
asking-
Precipitated an actual meeting between us and them.
Yeah.
which Was
But that's the thing is like
needed way in advance.
I've been asking for the structure, the reporting structure, the salary, the compensation incentives around this position since day one of this golf board. Specifically for the intent of providing feedback on what that looks like. Again,
The ceremonial board.
again, like if you're, it's fine to have a city pro, you have to structure the job to active to a qualified candidate. Reporting to a superintendent is not going to attract a qualified candidate.
Get any bites? On,
Not
that?
that I know of.
But they would,
They're shooting for a
yeah.
status until then.
I would like to put, okay, so I would love a special meeting on this, on the reporting, salary, incentives, report and structure on this job. Oh yeah, with all of council, just like we did with whether to go to city or contract. Because if I knew, again, I brought it up in that meeting too, how am I supposed to give you a recommendation if we don't have all the variables? So if I knew that at that back in the special meeting, if I knew that they planned on having them report to the super, they weren't going to have incentivize and bonuses or anything like that, I would have never recommended a city employee.
I agree.
My recommendation changes based on that information that I didn't have at the time.
I do.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask for a special meeting. I don't know the formalities that go on that, but I'm going to request that.
So. Give them.
Yeah, we can map that out amongst ourselves. We don't have to deliberate that now, but like I guess I'm just telling all of you guys I'm gonna request that.
Good, do it.
The only way you'll be able to get them all legally.
Yeah.
If there's two or more.
FW, my last name, FWLOISELL.
Put together. So that's why you don't hear from one at a time.
Right. Yeah, because it establishes a quorum and then it's delivered. Yeah.
Now, if there's three or more,
Gotcha.
because that's considered a quorum. But and then there's the 3-minute time that you
Yeah, right.
that you would like to have it, pulled from the agenda, discuss, so that. That's why they separated you two. Although you weren't a quorum because there were two of you can represent.
Okay. I got sidetracked. Okay, so our action items, so our budget action items will be so we're gonna add to the agenda. Okay. Action item, sorry. I might wait on that proposal. Because part of the proposal that I was gonna put to city council was incentive bonus. Part of that was gonna be an official proposal. But I think that's tied into reporting structure. on the special meeting. So maybe we wait till that special meeting happens and then formalize a proposal. Yeah. Okay. So we will discuss, propose something around resident rate or around resident rate, non-resident rate for 2027. We'll put on the agenda, public comment section discussion. We'll put on the agenda to formally set a new meeting date to the first Monday of every month so we can get ahead of that second Tuesday city council meeting. And then we will discuss propose action item ttiming.com punch cards. And then discuss propose budgeting for capital improvements, specifically for a fourth set of tees extending blue tees for 2027. Cool. Okay. And how do we adjourn this meeting? Meeting adjourned? Perfect. End event. End event.